Hey guys, it's Jam here. Today's video I am going to be showing you how, being a non-member, you can get spikes and den betas and beta clothing and whatever you want to save up for. And I have a simple process that takes a little bit of time, but then once you do it, it's very rewarding. So hope you can follow these tips and tricks and get your dream item. Let's get into the video. So for this part of the process, if you are a new starting non-member, you'll need to do the training ground adventure to level up to at least level 1, so then you could proceed to do other adventures within Animal Jam to reclaim the prizes that you then later want to use. And the best way to do that is to keep doing the first adventure, which you'll see me do a playthrough in a bit. For the second part, you can see I am going on to the new, or the first adventure in the Animal Jam list of adventures. And for this, it's a quick and easy adventure to do. It only takes a few minutes and you can get quite a few prizes in a couple of minutes from doing this. And then the more you know where all the keys are, where all the certain items are that you need to use and how to do it, it takes less than a couple of minutes. So this is a great way to kind of start off and build up your prizes and items, which then I'll show you how to use those later. So once you have gone around and collect and spend time collecting prizes from these adventures, and you can, once you've leveled up, you can do harder adventures to get different prizes, because I know a lot of people do like certain prizes from these non-member adventures. But as you can see here in my den, obviously I don't have those adventures because at this moment I'm using different items that I've already had on this spare account that I've got. And well, this is what you would do with your items and your prizes that you collect in your adventures. You put them out into your den, and then you can go to Jamar and say, yard sale my den. And then once a few people come, they might see a few of the items that they like from your den. And once people have come to your den and they are wanting a certain item, you say, "Oh, I'm accepting rims." And rims are, if you don't know and you're a new Animal Jam player, rims are a non-member technically, or a member item that has the rare tag on them. And you use these and save them up. And you'll just repeat this several times, or if you don't want to do a yard sale, which can take a bit of time, you can end up putting all these items from like the prize items onto your trade list and say, "Trade me rims or rare item Mondays." And you'll just want to keep doing this process of getting prizes and saving up your rare item Monday items in order for you to move on to the next step. Okay, so once you have all your rims saved up, or quite a few, at least up to like 20, even more, but you would like to have, the best thing to have is to have 20 as a minimum of rare item Mondays, because with these rare item Mondays, the next thing you want to do is to go into Jamal and either say who's accepting rare item Mondays or rims for clothing bases. Now, you can just go around and click on people's profiles and look at their trade lists to try and find clothing betas. So then that you, once you found the clothing betas, you would trade your 20 rim or rare item Mondays for that clothing beta. And sometimes this takes a while, sometimes it's a hard process because some jammers don't accept rare item Mondays or don't want rare item Mondays for them for clothing betas. But then again, you have a lucky chance where some people do. So the next stage is to use these clothing betas and trade at least for den betas. There are some different den betas that are worth either 4 clothing betas, or some are worth anywhere between 5 and 6 clothing betas, depending on what den beta you want. And some people are picky with den betas and some people aren't when it comes to then using these den betas to trade for spikes. And also depending on what sort of spike you want to trade for is depending on how many den betas you will need to get. So it's always worth checking on which spike and their worth of how many den betas are, so then you know, okay, I need 4 or 5 den betas for the spike that I want. And here you can see me trading, as I said, trading up these den betas for a spike wrist, and I went with the yellow short wrist as it was a more simple one as a first time round. But as you get better and you understand how trading up from rims to then den betas to get spikes work, and then obviously you just keep repeating that process in the end. And for non-members, it's kind of a good quick way, you have to spend time dedicating to this to get to like what you want really. So if you're dedicated, then you can spend the time to do this. But for a non-member, this is kind of an easy, I think probably maybe the quickest way to get rares and kind of spikes. And obviously the more you do this process, the more spikes you can save up, and you can either save up for lower value spikes to then save up loads of those to then get a more higher value, like a solid, which is a black long, or like anywhere, so you can start trading up between wristbands to then short collars, and then spike long spike collars, and working your way up. So